Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one where we just witnessed Arsenal thrashing Chelsea by 5 goals to nil. I'm gonna repeat that, 5 goals to nil. And I feel like this was a demolishing job because the way Chelsea were opened up, the way Chelsea felt looked like they are not even a football team in this game, and the way it actually proves that this team cannot even do anything without a core power. And the way Nicholas Jackson keeps missing, and somehow people talk about him as one of the players who can improve, it's so confusing, to be honest. Because okay, the game finished by 5 goals to nil. The first goal was scored 4 minutes, then the rest were all scored in the second half. So in other words, Arsenal were able to score 4 goals in the second half. What went wrong? What do you think went wrong for Chelsea? By the way, in the first half, who actually played so well, tried by all means to stop Arsenal's lethal attacks, but I can't even say try to stop, because in some moments the goalkeeper of Chelsea had to do some last minute saves, and at some points you could see the ball hitting him in the face. Like, some of the ball situations he was not even ready for, but he found himself dealing with those situations. So you can say that, okay, they might have survived in the first half, but in the second half, this Arsenal team just became something new, people. In the second half, Arsenal really knew how to hurt Chelsea. And that was very, very important, exactly in terms of how the game went on by. Because if I have to be honest, Cucurella was dealing well with the Saka. I think he had control over whatever the threats he was giving. But the problem which made the game even more difficult for him was the fact that Ben White kept on joining in every single time when he was attacking. So it means he was not only dealing with Saka, but he also had to deal with who? With Ben White. Because on the other side, Mukai Mondre, I think Arsenal did this. They decided to not allow him to even be the player he is. They just ignored him. And that is crazy, to be honest. Imagine a team can say that you are a player, you can do it, but we are just not interested in you. Because if you saw the way Arsenal were attacking, the only player that they were trying by all means to take out of the game was Nicholas Jackson, because of his lethal runs. But also they know that even though when he runs, he cannot score. So it was like a lose-lose in all the things that was happening. That's why maybe I say Chelsea might have needed more core power more than I thought. And I talked about this, even though I didn't do it on the Connect with some people who are my Chelsea friends of mine. And I said that I think it's time for Enzo Fernandez to move and be on the Gallagher position, while Gallagher comes in and play in a double pivot alongside Moises Caicedo, because I feel like Gallagher with his energy and his pace can help out Moises Caicedo the way McAllister was helping him at Brighton. I think that could at least give the balance that Chelsea were missing. And I have players like, I don't really know exactly what Madueke really does for Chelsea. Okay, they demolished Everton, but Everton, we cannot even compare Everton to any team that we can say are really there for the taking. I'm talking about the Brentford. I'm talking about the play teams that are actually difficult to play against, the Crystal Palace. I cannot compare them to that, because somehow they don't even offer as much as what other teams are offering. But Madueke, man. This guy, somehow he just doesn't give you what you're expecting. Even though the reason why you might find that I'm not really talking more about that gunman Nicholas Jackson, which by the way I'll talk about. Madueke, he is there, but not there at the same time. He is slow with the ball. There were moments where he was running, and imagine a player like Gabriel could look on the other side and he was able to win it. Tomiyasu was not really struggling to deal with him. He knew how to actually neutralize him, which meant the other striker, they just decided to ignore it in this guy Mukamundr. The other striker, They just did not even pay attention to it. They just gave him one player and he was out of the game. Then Nicholas Jackson had to deal with the Jesus and Saliba. Of course, he had some runs that he offered, but it was not really enough. And to be honest, when you think about it now, when you look at it in the long run, you might actually say that as much as he was alone in the game, Nicholas Jackson actually was the better runner of the day game. Even though in some cases he did some stupid things, like what was the purpose of trying to control the ball with your hand when you're supposed to head the ball at the back of the net? Of course, my player Nunes he misses a lot of things, but I don't think he actually he heads the ball like this. I don't get that. I've never seen this in football, but that's what I was seeing from Nicholas Jackson. So he can show you some good qualities about him in a game and shows you why he's the worst of them as well at the same time, which is a little bit confusing, because when you think about what exactly are they offering in the long run, what exactly can Chelsea build going forward, it becomes so difficult. And talk about the defense, man. Talk about the defense. What was Badiashile actually doing in the pitch? Can somebody remember and try to tell me what Badiashile was doing in the game? Because I watched the game, I did not even see it, and I'm even curious. Didn't Chelsea don't have like players like Lever Cowell? Oh, he was not in the game. Maybe he's injured. You never know, because the injury list of Chelsea is peak. But I don't really know players like Badia Shirley were doing in the game. Disas at some point you could see that he was coming out, especially stopping the attack from Trossard, because I felt like Trossard was very, very, very dangerous for us now. He was coming on and doing a lot of stuff, and Cucurella was dealing with Saka. In fact, he had Saka so many times on toast. But when now Cucurella was dealing with Saka and Ben White joins in, what do you expect? Do you expect your centre back in Badiashile to be the guy who covers? But man, I did not even see what exactly this guy was doing. The whole entire game, I did not see what this guy was doing. And I cannot help hit on Alfie the kid. This guy, he had to come out and play. Gusto was not in the game, of course, because of the injury. Came in and played so well, fight to the very end. But yeah, that's it. Enzo Fernandez, like I'm saying, I keep saying this. Moises Caicedo disappears so many times in this game because he needs somebody. What is the purpose of the double pivot that Chelsea plays? Of course, they are trying by all means to have control over the pitch. They're trying by all means to have an understanding over what happens in terms of the midfield, which, by the way, they also did show in the game against Man City. They controlled the midfield. So Chelsea kind of like started that, and they were like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We will make sure that we have a DM in Thomas Partey who sits back and allow Odegaard and Declan Rice to do the demolition job, stopping anything that gives comfort to this Chelsea's midfield. And I think it worked very well, especially in the second half, especially when we kept on seeing the likes of Kai Havertz dropping in, helping out with the passes and going in terms of attack. And that just became so amazing in terms of how they handled the job. But yeah, I'm still wondering. That's what I'm saying. Maybe if we put Conor Gallagher maybe just in the double pivot and allow this guy called Modric at least up top, let's see what it does go at the top, because something is just missing. Sterling came in the game and I don't even think I saw him in the game. So many things that happened. On the Arsenal side, Thomas Partey coming from an injury, and I think this was his first game. Of course, he went out at 72 minutes. He showed that why he is needed the most, as well as Tomiyasu. They were showing that they are there and they're back to show something amazing to this team that can help out to finish up the last games. And they were so lethal, they were so dangerous to see, really, to be honest. And they showed in some points, in some ways, that they are dangerous. They can hurt teams, and they did it so well. So no complaint over those. Declan Rice being Declan Rice. Trossard, I think Trossard has proven that he deserved that Martinelli jersey more than any other person. And Kai Havertz at the top is just, he's doing his thing, people. Say whatever you say. Maybe you might not like him. You might say that he's not performing so well. But when he's called on to do something, he knows what he needs to do. And he has been doing it so well. And look what's happening here. They've just scored 5 goals and he scored a brace of it. He should have actually scored a hat-trick if, the manager did not decide to take him out of the game when he was showing that he's ready to cause chaos. So what can I say about really this Arsenal team? They're doing so well. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, I think they handled the pressure well. Tomiyasu so well as well. The goalkeeper, I feel like, to be honest, David Raya is one of the luckiest goalkeeper, especially this season with the way the Arsenal defense is working. Because if it wasn't because of that, it could have been a different job. It could be or should be a different job. So I don't know. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the performance we saw from Chelsea? What did you see from Arsenal's performance? Who disappointed you the most, and who was very important for you? Because somebody must have found somebody who was very important. But in terms of the game management, in terms of what was happening, Chelsea, I just lost, man. I just lost. And some of the goals, especially like the second goal from Kai Havertz, I've never seen one of the easiest moments to score a goal. And this is the team that beat Everton by 5 goals or 6 goals to nil just the other week before Man City game. It's really strange how things can just turn around. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. How are you feeling and what are you expecting going forward? Liverpool is playing Brighton. That's the next game that comes. No, it's playing Everton in the Merseyside derby. And as well, Arsenal during the week will be playing another derby against Tottenham, their London rival as well, which in this case looks like they're actually the strongest team that they need to face before the season comes to an end. It's going to be exciting, people. We are about to have one of the best finishes into the Premier League. This 3-horse race title has been amazing, and we are in few weeks before this games comes to an end. I'm excited, and I'm clicking the like button, and I'm subscribing, and I'm hoping you're doing the same thing. So do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to Connect. I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Subscribe to the Connect.